And what you're gonna do is, with that loin of salmon, you have salt. And you just use basic kosher salt. And you're gonna do curing. And all it is you're just gonna nice big layer of salt over the salmon. And when you do this, you're gonna let the salmon cure for, I'd say, between 20-30 minutes. You'd pop it back in the refrigerator, then magically happen 20 minutes later. So with this, after this, you can, I have half part rice wine vinegar, half part regular water. So after the 20-30 minutes of it being in the cooler walk-in, you take your salmon.
And you only do one side?
Yeah, because usually you're gonna have the skin.
Okay.
And with the 20 minutes, it soaks right in. Okay. And what it's doing, it's absorbing a lot of the moisture, the water from the fish.
That's why
to get it to where
jelly.
it's sashimi grade.
Right.
What you're gonna do now?
Would you do this, Nick, even if you were just grilling the fish? Or?
Yeah, I would do it. Yeah, it definitely adds a little more.
So you're gonna take your salmon and do something with it, cure it first.
Yeah, I definitely cure. Every time we do our smoked salmon, we always do a curing as well. So yeah, so with your half rice wine vinegar, half water, equal parts, what you're gonna do, it's kind of just like a bath. You're just gonna wash it out. You're gonna wash it off.
Rice wine vinegar?
Yeah, rice wine vinegar. And the reason why you do half and half, if you do just rice wine vinegar, it's
much.
gonna pretty much cook. Yeah, it's gonna cook your salmon, the acidity.
Oh, yeah.
And right when you're done with it, you want to have your paper, like a paper towel, to kind of take the that liquid of the moisture. I'm gonna do this one too.
So you don't put any salt on the bottom like you would
No,
regularly
because usually
curing?
it's gonna have skin side down, and with the 20-30 minutes it's in the refrigerator, it soaks right in, and it's absorbing all that moisture.
Have you chilled that first? Do you
Yeah.
chill it?
With salmon, with a lot of other fish, you can eat it raw, like right away. But with salmon, unfortunately, there are parasites, and you have to freeze it. And a lot of the salmon that you guys are catching is flash frozen. And the cool thing about your salmon being flash frozen, it's flash frozen at -40 degrees to where it still holds the integrity of the fish. And it's not going to be like where you have regular fish, you throw it in the freezer. It's going to hold its integrity for at least up to a year. And that's the best part about having it go to the processor, flash frozen, and yeah. And so from here,
Sam has parasites.
yeah,
The heart.
No parasites in the
No one
heart.
told us that. Shit.
But yeah, most of if you're eating salmon, it definitely has to be
And never do
frozen
that when
or
you're
flash
pregnant,
frozen.
right?
So
Die, we die together.
Cooking it doesn't get rid of the parasites.
No, cooking it's fine.
Oh, it
Cooking
does.
it's totally
Cooking
fine.
does.
Yeah, cooking
But
is
if you're
fine.
gonna have it
But
as
if you're gonna
sushi.
have it raw, and that's why they say like salmon is sashimi grade. It's because they do the whole process of freezing. After freezing, you do the salt cure. After the salt cure, you do the rice vinegar water, and then you just pat it down. And then from here, it's pretty much ready to go.
Ready to rock.
Yeah.
Another times 2, Bob. Kill the parasites.
Yeah. You can cook it after doing it.
Yes. It adds a layer of flavor. Yeah, it definitely adds a layer of flavor.
It was beating as it went down our
She's way
throats.
too funny.
It was beating in my hands.
Serious.
She's way too funny.
From here, I'm just going to show you guys how I prepared the poke that you guys all ate today. With my poke, I like to cut them just in little cubes because it gives it just a nice texture. And I always recommend when you're cutting fish, try to have a sharp knife. It doesn't mess up the fish. It doesn't, bruise it, they say.
And do the pokey pokey. Yeah.
We'll be doing that later.
Yes.
We're definitely placing
After you have the wine.
So, your fish is cubed up. I have a poke sauce, and all it is 1 part soy sauce, 1/4 part sesame oil.
How many part? Sesame oil?
1 part soy sauce and
Yeah.
1/4 part sesame oil.
Okay.
And you only want a little bit of sesame oil. You don't want too much sesame oil because sesame oil does tend to overpower that smoky flavor. But yeah, a little bit of sesame oil definitely goes a long way. So got my poke mix.
Is the recipe on your website?
Huh? I don't think it is, but
Right there.
yeah.
We can get it for you though.
That'd be awesome.
Believe that.
Then just a little bit of sea salt, chives, and I like sesame seeds for a little bit of texture. And most people, you know, you can add a little bit of sriracha, a little bit of mayo. It really depends on your preference.
Yeah.
And from there,
Is there a substitute for sesame oil if you don't like the sesame oil too much?
I would, yeah. If you don't want sesame oil, I'd recommend grapeseed oil. It's a very, very neutral flavor, but it has that nice coating of fat.
Or peanut oil too.
Yeah, peanut oil too. Peanut oil has a really nice nutty flavor as well.
I like grapeseed oil.
Yeah, grapeseed oil is really
I'm
good.
not a
too.
fan of sesame oil.
Yeah, sesame oil. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, sesame oil, grapeseed oil, peanut oil, really good. But yeah, as simple as that.
10W30. Well,
Yeah.
10W30.
Depends on
Yeah,
that.
that's
you-
another good option.
Yeah.
I just like WD-40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go right there.
And you guys can do this with like any of the fish that you caught today. Especially, you could do it with tuna, you can do it with yellowtail, but you can, yeah.
Could you do it with a bird that they caught today?
Yeah, how about the bird?
I don't know about that.
A puffin.
They did.
Puffin or a little?
That's so crazy.
Yeah, he did. He keeps really, he thinks it's a fish, he keeps really, it comes out, it's a bird.
Do you guys have any questions on the post?
Yeah, what the heck?
They're very simple, very fast, easy, and you can do it with any fish. Like all the fish that you caught today, you can do it with. And I always do recommend doing the salt cure with the vinegar. It just adds another layer of flavor. Like with the
Even with a halibut, you do that.
yeah, the halibut's really good. It's a nice white fish. It's nice
I
and
love it.
white.
Just do it.
And the rockfish too. The rockfish is good too. Yeah, rockfish is good for
I like
crudo
doing it like
sashimi.
that. It just
Just
adds
make sure you
another-
freeze it for. Well, it comes in frozen. You gotta
But
get it.
like, yeah, it sucks out a lot of the moisture, and when you do cure it, when you are curing your fish, that you're gonna pan sear it or throw it on the grill, it absorbs a lot of that moisture out, the water, and it's so much easier to cook it on than pan sear. Yeah, I love curing my fish. Yeah, so yeah,
Use white vinegar or apple cider vinegar?
rice wine vinegar.
Oh, rice wine.
Yeah.